I will go ahead and call to order our February 13th, 2025 City Council meeting for the City of Longview. Tonight, our invocation and pledge will be led by Tim Wiseman. He is the founder of Wiseman Ministries and House of Disciples Recovery Center, which is a 12-month discipleship program which assists homeless individuals struggling with addictions. The program provides housing, food, recreation, spiritual instruction, and life recovery classes. House of Disciples also maintains a contract with the City of Longview to assist with beautification and litter removal, and we are very grateful for them and Tim for all that you do. Please rise for our prayer and pledge. That was slick.
All right, let's pray. Gracious Father, we thank you for your love, your grace, your mercy offered to us each and every day. I thank you for our mayor, council members, and community members who sacrifice their time and of their talents for our great city that we live in. This afternoon, we pray for guidance and for wisdom in every decision that is facing the council tonight. We pray for continued blessings over our lives and for the city of Longview and for our country. Amen.
Amen.
Let's say our pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, Tim.
Yes.
Congratulations.
First, on our presentations tonight, we have a presentation of a proclamation recognizing February 28th as Zonta of Greater East Texas 50th Anniversary and Annual Antique Show Day. If the Zonta ladies would meet me at the front. Come on, all the way up. All the way. You're going to show the Lobos how to do it. They're next.
Hey, girl. How you doing? Good.
Tonight, we have the privilege of recognizing Zonta of Greater East Texas as they celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Antique Show here in Longview. The event will be coming up Friday, February 28th through March 2nd at Mod Cobb Convention Center, and will feature exhibitors from more than a dozen states. You can find more information at zontaantiqueshow.com, and we wanted to give you the opportunity to say a few words if you'd like.
Thank you. We are can y'all hear me? We are very excited to have our 50th Antique Show. It was started by some wonderful ladies 50 plus years ago. We are a global organization, but we serve locally. And I wanted to let you know that while we do help with the revenue in the city by bringing all of these vendors in, over thousands of folks that come to our antique show looking for treasures, we actually support our local community. We give up to $12,000 in scholarships. We provide funding for organizations that are able to give the expertise to the women that have needs by helping them with job readiness. Some of those include Graciously Broken, Rahab's Retreat, Hardison's Marketplace. We love each and every one of you here in Longview, and we really appreciate the opportunity to get to serve our great community. And thank you so much for the proclamation. We're very excited.
Absolutely. Get your tickets if you don't have them already. Got mine, yes. But it is my honor to proclaim February 28th, 2025 as Zonta of Greater East Texas 50th Anniversary and Annual Antique Show Day here in the city of Longview. Congratulations. Thank you. I bet we're going to take a photo together. Thank you. Goes on. Yes, you're so welcome. Right there, hold that one.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and then we're going to stand together. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Thank you.
Y'all scoot in like you love each other.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys. All right. Next on our presentation tonight is a proclamation recognizing February 13th, 2025 as Longview Lobos Day. Come on up. I'm not sure how we're all going to fit up here. How many Lobos do we have? Come on. These are your Lobos. Come on. Lobo graduates, get up. Come on up. I'm gonna stand here, y'all just pack right on in there, and I'm gonna stand to the side.
What if we went to LIC for like?
This my Zimbabwe thing.
There's a lot of logos. Like how many?
I know more about it.
Back on up here.
And that.
All right. Okay, thank you so much to our Longview Lobos for joining us here tonight. We have the special privilege of honoring you, our Longview Lobos football team, and all of those that you are able to be here tonight. When a hometown team makes a deep run in the state tournament, it is a way of unifying our community, and the Longview Lobos do that for us year in and year out, and we're so proud of you. We're proud of the young men, the athletes that you are, the professionalism that each of you exhibit, and the teamwork that you show and the respect you have for our community and for each other. Coach King, I'd like to ask you to say a few things if you'd like. Always glad to have you. But we are proud of each of you, your accomplishments as individuals and as a team.
I will say this: it's a great honor to coach these young men and coach alongside these great men. But we know we represent the city of Longview when we take the field, and not only the city of Longview, but Longview ISD, Longview High School, and Lobo Nation. And then we do it with great pride. For us, it starts at the top. Just like any good organization, we've got great administrative support. We have tremendous parents that allow us to coach our kids. Of course, we've got great players, and I will say one of the best coaching staffs there is in the country. And very proud to represent Lobo Nation. Thank you all for this honor today, and go Lobos.
Thank you. You guys do a great job representing us. It is my privilege to now proclaim February 13th, 2025, today, as Longview Lobo Day in the city of Longview. Congratulations.
Over there in the corner.
Coach King?
Congratulations on that.
What a privilege and an honor to have the Lobos join us tonight. Appreciate that. I know it's hard always to give time, so we appreciate them being here and Zonta being here. Next on our presentation items, presentation to the City Council on the Development Services Sidewalk Ordinance Roundtable. Mr. Michael Shirley.
Thank you, Mayor Ishihara, members of council, Mr. McPhee. Thank you for the opportunity to allow me to update council on a roundtable group that Development Service will be hosting. We have organized a sidewalk ordinance roundtable that will be led by Mindy Hamilton, and then the members include Scott Hamilton, Aaron Alston, Dustin Sullivan, Katie Ballard, Nishal Patel, Nate Mobbs, and Angela Dean. The sidewalk roundtable will be a forum for the city to engage with this cross-section of the local building and development community and to provide information about the city's efforts to enhance pedestrian infrastructure through our sidewalk policies. We'll be able to discuss its impact on development, and we anticipate that we'll have at least 4 meetings. During the meetings, we'll be able to review the current policies and purpose, as well as discussing the physical and financial impacts sidewalks have on development. Feedback from the roundtable will determine the direction in which the discussion for policy changes goes. We anticipate the first meeting to be held in mid to late March, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Mr. Shirley. Are there any comments or questions for Mr. Shirley?
Yay, sidewalks.
Thank you. I would like to comment, I appreciate your willingness to step in and get public feedback. This is a topic that is brought up to council members quite a bit, and so we want to just make the best solution for the community, doing the best thing that we can. So appreciate
Absolutely.
your willingness to do that.
Yep, thank you all for your
Thank you.
support.
Next is citizen comment. I have Mr. Joseph Allen. If you would step on up, please. More Lobos. We're excited to have you.
I'm the backup singer.
And she's good. Good evening. Good evening, how you doing? My name is Joseph Allen. I'm the president of the Longview High School Choir Booster Club. I'm a season ticket holder of the football team, but I'm also a season ticket holder for the choir as well. This year, the Lobo Choir has been selected to represent the state of Texas by participating in the 50th homecoming celebration of Vietnam veterans in Hawaii. So we've been actually fundraising all year, but this is a celebration that will be reciprocated and a profound experience for both our kids and our veterans. We have like I said, we've been fundraising all year. It's going to be culminating by the end of the month where we have our final bill due, but we have a golf tournament on the 28th. We have a huge turkey festival on the campus of the school on February 22nd. Actually, this Monday, we'll start a raffle as well. So any kind of way you can participate, that you can come and be supportive of us, we'll totally be happy to have you, okay? Thank you much.
Oh, I saw that, the Turkey Leg Festival.
You want to copy?
Thank you, Ms.
this?
Johnson. You can leave it right there and I'll
Okay.
grab it. I did put it on my calendar. It looked delicious.
So it's going to be nice, Turkey Leg Festival. We're going to be on the south side of campus. The student parking lot's right adjacent to the loop from 10 to 4. We'll be there. We'll be excited. Come in, get you some food, listen to some music, play some games, sit on a Harley or two, shake a hand with a veteran. It's going to be a nice event for us, okay?
Good. Go ahead, Ms. Wade.
Mayor, I just want to say hello to Miss Johnson. It's so good to see you. I love you. It's good to see you.
We
Glad to
love
have
her
you.
too.
Yep.
So, thank you so much.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank
We're
you,
proud of
Go
you
Lobo.
guys. Appreciate it. Next on our agenda is the consent agenda. I would like to note that item B has been pulled and will not be considered as part of the consent agenda tonight. Are there any other items that council would like to pull for discussion or further questions? And if not, can I have a motion? So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Consent agenda is approved. Thank you so much. We will move on to zoning items. I understand that Ms. Choi is not with us tonight, so Mr. Shirley, I'll ask for you to join us. Zoning item A, a public hearing will be held to consider application Z2501 filed by the City of Longview requesting to rezone multifamily, et cetera, et cetera. Mr. Shirley.
Thank you, Mayor Ishihara.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
members of council and Mr. McPhee. Appreciate y'all allowing me to come and speak to you in Angela's absence, so bear with me. This first item is a city-initiated rezoning request for property south of Sabine Street and east of West Loop 281 from multifamily 3 and agriculture and light industrial zoning to two-family zoning district. Currently, there are several single-family and two-family homes located in this subdivision. The previous zoning ordinance permitted single-family and two-family homes in multifamily. However, the current UDC does not. Therefore, these properties are considered non-conforming. In order to correct this, the City of Longview is requesting a rezone to bring them into compliance. The rezoning would alleviate issues with any future permitting or possible future sales. Rita Drive, Ray Street, Griffin Street, Della Lane, Richardson Street and Edna Lane are classified as local streets and are maintained by the City of Longview. This type of development is appropriate as long as access management is followed. Staff finds the proposed zoning change is consistent with surrounding uses, therefore the request does not constitute spot zoning. The Planning Commission did approve 8-1 and staff recommends approval of this request. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Are there any questions of Mr. Shirley? This item does require a public hearing, which I will open at this time. I do have one speaker card from Carl Whitaker. Mr. Whitaker, if you'd like to come forward.
Good afternoon. I'm Carl Whitaker, and I own the property at 1513 on Ray Street. And really, I just have a couple of comments. I talked to the zoning committee the last time, and they approved it. But however, I do have a couple of comments I would like to make. One of them is if we do change this to multifamily, single-family housing, some of the problems we're going to run into, we have a railroad track coming on Sabine Street. That train has a tendency of stopping 50% of the time. And that was the whole reason why we built that overpass over the loop there on the West Loop 281. And the train stops there 50% of the time, and by us making that multifamily, there's going to be a lot more traffic trying to get in and out of that community. The other entrance that we have is going to be over there on the West Loop 281, coming in that direction. But the problem we have with coming in that direction, we have a lot of those trucks that are moving the gravel, asphalt, whatever else they're moving in. And I'm pretty sure some of you probably drove through that area. The road is potholes all over the place because of those heavy trucks driving in and out of that community. The other comment that I'd like to make, we're having a problem with water in that area. And I mentioned this to the zoning committee. There's a lot of water, and I rode through there this week, and when it rains, that water is pouring, and it's flooding a lot of the neighborhoods out in that area. I'm hoping if we do approve this, that we look at trying to fix the drainage and also try to look at some kind of way of getting the cars in and out of there. Because once you start allowing people to build in there, you're going to create a problem that we're probably not looking at right now. That's all I have, guys, unless you have some comments for me. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Whitaker.
All right.
We don't respond during comment. We just
Okay.
receive it and
All
then
right.
discuss. Thank you so much. This public hearing is still open. Is there anyone else who would like to speak during the public hearing? If not, I will go ahead and close the public hearing. Are there comments, discussion, or a motion for council?
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion to approve and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion is approved. Zoning item B, a public hearing will be held to consider application Z2502 filed by the City of Longview. Mr. Shirley.
Thank you, Mayor Ishihara. This is another city-initiated rezoning request. This is for property at the southwest intersection of South Fredonia and Calvin Boulevard from heavy commercial to single-family 3. Currently, there are single-family homes located on these properties. As previously stated, the UDC does not allow single-family and heavy commercial, and therefore these properties are non-conforming. This would allow the properties to be considered conforming for any future issues. Planning and Zoning Commission, as well as staff, recommend approval. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions for Mr. Shirley? Public hearing is required. I will open the public hearing at this time. Are there any citizens that would like to speak at the public hearing? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Are there any questions, discussion, or a motion for Mr. Shirley? Or for me?
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item is approved. Zoning item C, a public hearing will be held to consider the application Z2503 filed by the City of Longview. Mr. Shirley.
Thank you, Mayor Shahar. The City of Longview is again requesting to rezone this property, which is north of East Cotton Street and west of 15th, from heavy commercial to single-family 6. Currently, there's several single-family homes located in this area. As stated, single-family is not allowed in heavy commercial. I believe at one time this area was designated for future redevelopment. As we've seen in a number of areas, that redevelopment has not occurred, and in fact, we're starting to see activity for new infill development for residential. So proactively, we're asking to rezone those areas to allow for that development to occur. Planning and Zoning Commission, as well as staff, recommend approval. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Shirley? This item requires a public hearing that I will open at this time. Are there any citizens that would like to comment? Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Is there a motion?
I move to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item is approved. Action item D, a public hearing will be held to consider application Z2504 filed by the City of Longview requesting a rezone. Mr. Shirley.
This item is.
It's not filed by us. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you got threw me off.
Can
I was like, wait a
confuse you?
second.
Sorry.
No, this is actually an item filed by ETR Development, which is Conaway. They are requesting to rezone from Plan Development PD 20 multifamily to allow for single-family SF6 zoning along the west side of Toller Road, just south of Jahan. This is over near the park area. Toller Road and Jahan are classified as local streets and maintained by the City of Longview. Staff finds that the proposed change is consistent with the future land use map and the adjoining areas. Planning and Zoning Commission and staff recommend approval, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions for Mr. Shirley?
Does it matter if the agenda has City of Longview?
I don't think so. This item requires a public hearing, which I will open at this time. I do have one speaker card from Brent Conaway. Is that to answer questions?
Yes.
Would you, okay, perfect. Are there any citizens that would like to speak? I will close the public hearing. Is there a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item is approved. Thank you so much. I have one more speaker card. Mr. Gonzalez, I believe I should have called you probably during the original citizen comment, and I moved it to zoning, but come on down and we'll let you do your citizen comment. I apologize.
It's probably not your fault. I'm not exactly sure where this fits in. My name is Edgardo Gonzalez. I'm having a bit of a lighting issue when it comes to my neighbors, and I've gone to the city zoning and ordinance department, and it's not covered. I provided the council with the Texas litigation, as well as a Longview, Washington, if I'm not mistaken, city ordinance that breaks down exactly what I believe it should say in order to correct the issue of my neighbor shining his light directly into my house, basically. I've communicated with him several times. I've attempted to call the police, but since it's not in ordinance, they can't do anything and I can't do anything. So I'm just trying to see if I can get something approved and modified through the council.
Thank you so much for being here. We don't respond during the comments, but we have received your information and someone will reach out to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next on our agenda is action item. Consider a resolution setting certain fees related to recreation center memberships issued under Chapter 81 of the Longview City Code. Mr. John Albertson, our Director of Parks.
Mayor, Council, Mr. McPhee, thanks for the opportunity to be back again tonight to discuss our fees, the updates that we were wanting to do to those. First, just as a brief refresher, so that you're aware as to what we're doing, the first slide that we're going to show is our current membership packages. That's where we're at currently with Broughton and Paula Martin Jones. Next, we will show you what our proposed universal membership would be. That will make youth free, both annually and monthly. It will change our monthly adult and senior rate to $5 and our annual adult and senior rate to $50, as well as a family pass for $90. Our next slide, as part of this, we realize that there will be challenges because we do have an age restriction with needing family members to be there and be present for our children. With that, we will establish a scholarship program to assist with paying for those guardians to be able to be in the facility at the same time. That scholarship program will be created in conjunction with our PALS Foundation. We will review that after a year and bring that back to you, update as to what we're seeing as usage rates, as well as how many people are participating in our scholarships. And so that's really where we're at. We're looking at about a $38,000 revenue shift with that change. And so with that, I will answer any of your questions.
Thank you so much. Any questions, discussion, comments? Go ahead, Mr. Conley.
I just have a comment. I'd really like to appreciate Mr. Albertson's work on this with Mr. McPhee and the city in creating opportunities to where all our kids can have a way to participate in this kind of amenities and have something to do to keep them active, safe, productive. It just makes me proud of the collaboration we've had on this and the discussion in this group. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely, I agree.
Same. I also just want to thank you for listening to our feedback and making sure that we're keeping the youth and our elderly folks at the forefront to make sure that they can participate in these recreational activities.
Super. Excellent job. I need a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item is approved. Good job, Mr. Albertson.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Action item B, consider a resolution approving an amendment to the Longview Economic Development Corporation budget for fiscal year 24-25, appropriating expenditures for industrial site development. Mr. Wayne Mansfield, plenty of time to walk up here while I said that. Thank you so much for being here. If you don't mind, would you recognize your board members that are here?
Yes, please. I was going to do that. Thank you,
Thank
Mayor.
you.
Really pleased to recognize some of our board members here tonight, Mr. Richard Kilby, Mr. Brett Reed, Ms. Julie Woods, Mr. Ranjit Kadali, and Mr. Tolly Wilkinson. Really appreciate them being here this evening, and our Vice President, Heather Malone. What we're here is requesting a budget amendment from our previous budget to reallocate funds that we currently have that were not budgeted back in September, August. And it's really for industrial site development. We're working on some projects here that really require us to amend our budget.
Okay.
So, and answer any questions. It's pretty simple.
Sure. Any questions or comments for Wayne?
I think this is a great move forward for Longview, so.
Perfect. I need a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you so much. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
all that LEDCO does for us. Thank you to the board members who give their volunteer time. We appreciate your expertise and all that you do. And Wayne, you're a rock star. We appreciate all that you bring to our community.
Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes our agenda. We are now moving on to items of community interest. Mr. Conley, you're up first.
I believe, there it is. I have, really happy to announce, and I gave each of you an invitation for, I have extra copies if anybody out there would like to attend. Next Thursday night, we have at Mod Cobb, we've done this about, I guess, maybe the last 4 or 5 years. Kind of explain, it's almost like an open house for the district. So all of our campuses, all of our extracurricular, there's food. We like to give out free hot dogs. And so, but everybody's there, and it's just a way for all of you to understand a little bit more what's going on, not just in Pine Tree, but right now, public education. There's a lot of amazing things happening, a lot of amazing people, and so I'd love all of you could be there. I'll show you around and let you meet some people and some kids, and you'll see that we do a great job at Pine Tree, Longview, and Spring Hill. All of our area schools do a great job, but this is one we like to highlight the things that we have going on, and love for you guys you can come in, come and go, and love to see you guys there. Anybody in the audience, love for you guys to be there and highlight Pine Tree ISD. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Ms. Moore?
First, I'd like to talk about the Kidfish Derby. It is rescheduled to Sunday, February 16th due to weather. So make sure you remember that it is not this week. It was for this weekend, correct?
Yep, Saturday.
So it will be Sunday, February 16th instead. I would like to highlight Black History Month. The photo that we're looking at right now is a picture of my mom working at Good Shepherd Hospital. That picture was actually on the wall, and I didn't know it was there in the halls of Good Shepherd, so I thank them for putting that out there. But I also wanted to highlight her because she was at Longview High School when it was first integrated. So it's just always important that we remember Black history and understand why we talk about Black history, because a lot of times it's not mentioned. I mean, when I was in high school, the only thing they taught us was about MLK and Rosa Parks, but there's a lot of history here. My great-great-grandfather is Nettie Williams, and the school is named after him, so we have a lot of history here just locally. So I just wanted to honor my mom and her. She's been gone 7 years, and her legacy always continues.
Thank you. Mr. Wade?
That was nice.
That was nice.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to recognize Homeless Resource Day. On January 26, the City of Longview held its 7th annual Homeless Resource Day, serving approximately 425 attendees from our unhoused community. This event started due to recommendations of Mayor Andy Mack's task force on homelessness. Throughout the day, volunteers and service providers offered essential resources, including 80 haircuts, which is not easy, 30 pet checkups, 6 homeless IDs, and a wide range of hygiene supplies donated by the community. Coffee was in high demand, with more than 60 pots brewed before 10:30. That was a good little addition to that. The event brought together organizations and individuals committed to making a difference, ensuring that those in need receive support, service, and a warm welcome. So kudos everyone that made that happen, Ms. Laura Hill and her staff and everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Mhm.
Anything else?
That's it for me, Mayor.
Okay. Mr. Newstead.
Yes, this one's a little bittersweet. So tonight we celebrate the incredible impact of Officer Chris Birdsong, who will retire tomorrow from the Longview Police Department. He served for decades with the Longview Police Department, but in recent years, he's been a vital part of our police outreach service team. And through his leadership, he's built partnerships with dozens of organizations and developed tailored specifically for Longview's needs, and helped more than 150 individuals enter substance abuse treatment. His efforts earned him the Champion of Change Award from Community Health Corps, a testament to his lasting impact on our city. Officer Birdsong leaves a legacy behind of service, and while we'll miss him, his work will continue to shape Longview for years to come. So just want to say thank you, Officer Birdsong, for all that you've done.
Absolutely.
And then also now, if you want to make an impact, a positive impact in the city of Longview, you can apply now for boards and commissions through March 31st at longviewtexas.gov/boards. And so this is where you get a shape and be part of these different programs that help direct city council and city staff on the direction for the city as well. So definitely go there to apply. Again, longviewtexas.gov/boards, and you have through March 31st. That's all.
Perfect. Thank you. Ms. Gamboa.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you all for being here, and to piggyback on him as the former liaison for that committee, it is truly you who can direct the change in our city, so we need your input, and we need you to have a seat at the table, so please sign up for that. On my items of community interest is, we need you men to step up, please, and be a mentor for Aspire Mentoring. We, of course, need lots of women as well, but all the ladies are currently taking the lead at Aspire Mentoring, so we have a waiting list of various young men who really need you, so you can apply at longviewtexas.gov/mentor, and I will personally give you a high five if you message me and you told me you signed up. Thank you. And then welcome to the team, Dr. Laura Kemp. We are so grateful that you are taking over the Longview Animal Care and Adoption Center. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Executive Director Jenna George for all the work they're doing to control that population. It is sold out, but I just wanted you guys to know to save the date for the Hannah House Maternity Home. Melanie Wright said that some tickets may come up in case you want a seat, so please message her. Hannah House, I mainly wanted to highlight them. They do so much for the women in our community who are going through a pregnancy and are needing a support system, as well as Hannah House is part of a team with HEPTA that helps stop human trafficking in our area. So we're just very grateful for their efforts. And thank you, Mr. Schulman and Film Alley for hosting a VIP night. Not just that, but thank you for the investment that you've made into our city, bringing back entertainment. I have memories from middle school, junior high, going to that movie theater, so it's just really nice having a new place to hang out. And we're grateful for your investment in our city, and I think Mr. Newstead wants to piggyback on me.
Yeah, so I had the privilege of being there also with Councilman Wade and Councilwoman Moore and Councilwoman Gamboa. And Raleigh. No, he left. He was there yet. All right, so yes, I had a chance to talk to Mr. Schulman, and I want to give special thanks to Development Services for all their work. He pulled me aside and told me that the city was amazing to work with. He's been able to develop in many other cities, and he said we were exceptionally easy and that we did everything we could to make it as best as possible. And so I just want to say thank you. Not only that, I pulled him to introduce him to somebody else, and he told them the same exact story too as well. So I appreciate it. We left a good impact, and that's what we need to do. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Is that it? Good, Mr. Purtle?
That's all.
Well, nothing for me.
All right. Mr. McPhee.
I do have one thing that I'd like to highlight. So we're on the third year of this journey, and at the very beginning of this journey, before being installed as city manager and Mary Ann being installed as assistant city manager, we started on a path 3 years ago to be on a leadership path for the development of our organization. We started with a core values review. From a quarter of the workforce determined our values. The managers received servant leadership training, and I'm just so excited to share that we kicked off the high-performing organization training that we're going to implement citywide, and it sounds like a lot, but the interesting thing that we did is we asked for 60 employees from every different level within the organization, every different department within the organization, to come together and address 3 challenges that, quite frankly, have been recurring challenges for management as well as leadership within the city. It was to address recruitment and retention, to talk about mental health, and to also talk about how do we implement those values to guide our actions. And that would be trustworthy, professional, accountability, and integrity. And if we use these as our roadmap for making decisions at all levels and empower employee decisions for solutions to organization problems, that's how you get to do big things. So I'm real excited and just wanted to share that with City Council.
Wonderful. Thank you. We thank you for that initiative. I have a couple of things tonight. First up, food truck information session. We adopted our food truck ordinances about 10 years ago, and it's time for a refresh. So our development services has considered some proposals to make changes. If you are a food truck enthusiast, please feel free to join us and learn what those will be, but that will happen February 25th at 3 p.m. at Mod Cobb. No registration is just required. Just show up and learn. Next, downtown road closures. We are excited for the progress that is happening at the Gregg County parking facility. I know several went today and got to sign a cross beam. That's pretty cool. But we want to let you know that Methvin Street between Center and Fredonia has been closed for the duration of the project. There will be intermittent road closures also anticipated for the northbound lane of Center Street between Bank Alley and Methvin Street beginning February 13th through the end of May. We would like to remind you and encourage you that access to all businesses downtown remains open, and we encourage you to patron them during this time, support them. This will be a time that they will feel a little bit of a crunch with construction in front of them, so please make an effort to go out to those businesses and support them. They help make our downtown vibrant, and they are the community that is there. Next, I want to recognize and congratulate former Mayor Andy Mack on receiving the Chamber Chairman's Award about 2 weeks ago. A lot of Andy's work was done through his homeless initiative that he began in 2017, which included the Post Officers and Homeless Resource Day that we've mentioned tonight during citizen or community comments. I would like to make a short comment. The issue of homelessness is not an easy one. It is one that we here in Longview continue to struggle with, and that communities in our state and across the nation continue to struggle with. Our job as government officials and representatives is to balance a sincere desire to be compassionate to an unhoused resident and at the same time provide public safety for each of our 82,000 Longview residents. That is not an easy task, and it is one that we take seriously. Each year, our community undergoes what's called a point-in-time count that attempts to count the number of unhoused individuals in our community. When that task force was launched in 2017, the point-in-time count showed 480 unhoused individuals in our community. In 2024, the point-in-time count showed 197 unhoused individuals in our community. The count happened at the end of January, and we are still looking to receive back our 2025 numbers. I do want to provide you just some factual data on the work that the City of Longview does along with community partners so that you have that information. The post officers in 2024, our 2 homeless specially trained officers had the opportunity to come into contact with individuals 1,104 times. During those contacts, 41 total citations for the year were issued for sleeping or camping, and those post officers helped find housing or placement for 95 individuals. The Greater Longview Optimal Wellness began in 2020. You've heard us brag about that initiative many times. That has been funded through grant funding and is a collaboration between healthcare and mental health providers in the City of Longview, as well as city and county services. GLOW serves Longview residents that are unhoused or dealing with mental illness and provides intense case management to connect them with pre-existing or already existing resources in our community. GLOW has served to date over 100 residents using 50 service providers and 15 different partner agencies, and they continue to grow due to their dedication of the City of Longview employees and the support from the city. GLOW has been recognized at both the state and national level for its collaborative and unique approach to addressing needs that often go unmet. Other communities are learning from Longview for this very exciting initiative. The city is fortunate to also have several nonprofit community partners that offer beds and shelter to those that go unhoused in our community. One of them was here tonight, Tim Wiseman, who represents House of Disciples. Between House of Disciples, Highway 80, Salvation Army, House of Hope, and the Women's Center of East Texas, there are over 400 beds available in our community for unhoused individuals. Because we have over 400 beds available through these partners, there are beds available for homeless individuals that choose to make use of those resources. There are currently beds available. Now, I understand and do not downplay other factors such as mental health and substance abuse that come into play and makes this a very hard, very emotional situation. However, I want to be clear that a homeless individual in Longview has a bed to sleep in at a nonprofit partner of the city should they choose to do so. Starting next week, the City of Longview will be highlighting our partner agencies here in Longview that serve the unhoused every day. These nonprofit agencies are unsung heroes. They receive private donations and grant funding and receive $0 from the City of Longview to do what they do. I have personally done a number of tours after being elected as mayor at these partner agencies, and when I meet them, I ask, how can we better partner with you who are doing the real frontline work? Tell me how the city can help you better. I will continue to do these tours and ask these questions. In the next few months, I will also organize a meeting with our partner agencies to bring them together and get their feedback to see what the city can do to be a better partner. Bringing the right people together to have hard conversations and work towards solutions is how we improve together. I look forward to doing that with our community partners, and I thank them for their investment, their heart, and their love for our community. Longview is an amazing place to live, to work, and I am so grateful to everybody that gives back and serves in our community. You guys are wonderful, and I appreciate your patience in my little speech. And that's it for our meeting.
Mayor, I have one more thing.
Go for it.
They don't do beds, but Longview Community Ministries also does so much to do tea bags, which are transient bags. They fundraise money on their own in order to have a food pantry that also partners with Newgate to make meals for these individuals, as well as they do tooth extractions, help with utility assistance for those about to face homelessness, and many other things. So I'd just like to give them a shout out as well for their work.
Absolutely. Good job, board member. All right. With that, we are adjourned.